Welcome. This is Serca Gate1 guide, which covers all 3 difficulties: normal, hard, and nightmare.
This raid is 4-man raid.
Gate1 is human type, and she's not weak to any elements, so run light salvation. Battle items: Dark Grenade, Sacred Charm, and Time Stop, or Atropine if you get used to the patterns. The revive count is different from each difficulty. Normal starts with 4, hard starts with 2, and nightmare starts with 0. Every 3 minutes, it fills up by 1. The view zooms out, and the square attack happens from either left or right side. One of the row is always safe, so stay there. In nightmare, one player gets a bomb. He should move away from the party since it can kill them. Wheels approach from the top side, which does around 100k damage, and she aggroes an attack to a random player. Lock the telegraph and dodge it. Small tip: at the start, she always backsteps from the aggro, so you can make her move to the safe row for more DPS. This mech happens every 1 minute after 270. She goes to the center. There are 2 safe spots, and one player gets a bomb in nightmare mode. Go to either spot, and just guard by looking at where she hammers. The guard happens for 3 times. After the 3rd guard, gather to the bottom safe spot and do the last guard. That's the end of the mech. Let me go over some details. In the footage, we split the party, but you don't have to do like this. In Korea Pug parties, everyone gathers to the left and do the first guard. Then only the bomb player goes to the right side. This is less confusing, so it's recommended. Just guard timing. There are 3 kinds of guard, and she does 1 each in random order. 1. She grabs the hammer and hits right away. Guard when she tries to hit. 2. She fakes the first motion, then slams. Her hammer is away from the hand. Look carefully and guard on the second hit. 3. She turns the hammer 360, then slams. If you fail the guard, then you take tons of damage and get stunned. This is cleansable, so save your party with Sacred Charm. For the safe spot, it either starts from 11 and 5 or 7 and 1, then moves 1 by 1 on every guard. In normal and hard mode, you don't have to split since no one gets a bomb. She goes to the top and the cutscene happens. The goal is to dodge the traps from the floor and the side. Floor trap does tons of damage and airbornes you. Side trap just kills you. In nightmare mode, a bomb is given to a random player 2 times. To do it properly, the bomb player should dodge around the top middle and other 3 around the bottom middle. Try not to go to the edge unless you have to, since it can be dead end. From this point, the regular mech at 270 changes. 5 bombs randomly appear. These bombs hit full range in cross shape. The goal is to find safe spots quickly and dodge the explosion. In nightmare mode, a player gets a bomb. He should stay on different safe spot, or make a room in the same spot. For normal mode exclusively, large bombs show telegraph. She goes to the center and everyone gets a bomb. Go to ×3+1 position. The goal is to live until the mech finishes. When you step on a tile, it pops a trap after 2 seconds, which does a lot of dot damage. So everyone move clockwise in every 2 seconds. Depending on the difficulty, there's a bomb, 2 in nightmare, 1 in hard, and nothing in normal. Dodge them. At the end, a white tile turns to green. That's when everyone gathers to that safe tile. Nightmare has only 1 safe spot, but normal and hard have 2 safe spots. Then cutscene happens, and she kills the players who are not in the safe tile. That's the end of the mech. If you step on the safe tile before it becomes green, then it triggers a trap which can kill the party. At the start, before the party splits, it's recommended for the supporter to hyper awaken for safety. There are 2 things that make this mech hard. Number 1, Everyone moving separately decreases the tiles really fast. Here's the better way. You split 2 people to 2 starting tiles. After the bomb pops, spacebar into the safe tile. Then you can start the mech with 2 people, which makes the mech easier. It doesn't have to be 2 by 2. If you make some distance, then you can even put everyone to 1 tile. Number 2. The 2 giant bombs that explode in cross range. These bombs are hard to notice when you're focusing on walking around. Save your Hyper Awakening, and when the bombs become red, use it to the center. Then not only you dodge the bombs, you also do damage on the boss. Then spacebar to the green tile. From this point, the field becomes smaller, and the regular mech changes again. She hops on her broom, and 5 maidens appear on random edge. These maidens throw flame in one direction, which does a lot of damage. In normal mode, it shows telegraph. Stay in the safe spots. Then she teleports to a player and requires counter. If you fail, then she pushes the players to the edge. In Nightmare, one person gets a bomb, so he should be in other safe spot. Be careful when you counter since the bomb can hit the team. Serca has a new system called Rumble. When she's staggered, then you enter the Rumble, which allows you to free DPS with 50% damage buff. If the party DPS hits the first bar in 10 seconds, she requires Just Guard. Depending on how many people succeed, more time is given for the second bar DPS check. The second DPS check is higher than the first, so it's important for everyone to hit the guard and use Atropine. If you hit the second bar, then you do another guard and get DPS time. If you fail the DPS check, you get kicked from the field, which leads to a lot of damage loss. Then let's check out these guard patterns. 1. She spins a hammer and hits right away. As soon as you see the hammer spinning, guard right away. 2. She holds a hammer for a long time and hits. Guard after 3 seconds from the flash. 3. She spins a wheel. When it almost stops, hit the guard. 4. She holds a broom with both hands and slams. Guard after it flips. 5. She spins a scythe with one hand and throws it right away. As soon as you see her one hand spinning, guard immediately. Let me cover the patterns. Stagger helping patterns. If you counter or guard certain patterns, it helps the stagger, so it's important to resolve these patterns. 1. She goes up and requires guard. Guard when it flashes. If you fail, then you get grabbed into Maiden and others have to free you by doing stagger. If they fail the stagger, then you die. 2. She jump backsteps and grabs the players in the front. If someone's grabbed, then save them by countering. If no one's grabbed, then guard when she tries to hammer. 3. She floats and draws lines, then requires really slow guard. Guard when the yellow telegraph tries to disappear. 4. She throws her broom high, then requires guard. Guard when the telegraph is filled, then stick to her to dodge the next attack. 5. She flies to backside by riding broom, then requires counter. 6. She draws a line which attacks one side, then requires fast guard. Guard right away when it flashes. You can't guard when you get hit by the line, so dodge it. KO patterns. These patterns straight up kills you in nightmare mode. You can time stop if you can't dodge them. In normal and hard, it shows the telegraph, but in nightmare, it does not. 1. She throws a scythe to the front and dashes, then swipes backward in Pac-Man shape. When you see her throwing the scythe, chase her and stay on her back. 2. She shows red effect, then swipes one side with huge clone. The safe spot is where the clone's scythe is pointing to. It has a Pac-Man range, so make sure to stay exactly on the side. 3. She shows red effect and attacks a player 2 times by teleporting. The first attack airbornes the player for a long time, and the second attack is KO. She locks the second attack to the player who got hit by the first one, so if you're airborne, then that's a guaranteed kill. Supporter can push immune the first attack to lock the second attack's direction for better DPS. If no one's hit by the first attack, then she turns the aggro for the second one. She surrounds herself with Whirlwind and requires counter. Do not counter right away. Wait until the inner side pops, then counter. Similar patterns. 1. She spins her broom and holds a giant wheel that grabs the front. This range is pretty wide. Then she attacks those players with a lot of damage. 2. She holds the wheel right away and throws it. Stay on her back. After it comes back, go to her backside. Another similar patterns. 1. She spins her broom several times and hits the inner side, then attacks by alternating. When you see the spin, go out and stay on her back, then alternate. 2. She spins her broom only once, then attacks inner side and outer side. 3. If she spins her broom 1 time in wider range, then it hits outer side and inner side. This pattern happens after 90 bars. Regularly, she aims telegraph to a player and traps approach from the corner, lock the aggro, and spacebar to the safe spot. When she's cornered, she leashes out. It gets enhanced depending on her HP. After 175, she attacks the back. After 90, she slams the back and attacks. Brooms swipe the field 2 times. Dodge the first one and stay on the side where it's swept. This is an intro pattern when the raid starts. She steps back out of the screen, then charges to the aggro. Stay away from the path and stick to her after she jumps. She goes up by riding a wheel, then drops a large wheel. Go to the safe spot by looking at the shadow and the DPS. She hops forward and splits into 2. The real one has golden broom. Stick to the real and dodge the attack. You can dodge this pattern by sticking close to the front or back. She claps a player 2 times by dashing. Stay away from the aggro. She spins by chasing the aggro, which hurts a lot. After it's done, she gets stunned for a short moment. She hops to an aggro and attacks in donut. Just stick close to her after she hops. She sucks the front and turns to the aggro, then pops it. You can control the aggro of the second attack by getting hit by the first one, so supporters can hold aggro for more DPS time. She points attack to the aggro, which spreads in 8 directions. Lock the aggro and dodge it, then dodge the second attack as well. She attacks front and back in cone range, then hits that place again. She summons a pot and attacks the field, then throws the pot to the aggro. Pattern under 90 lines. She summons traps on the side. This kills you, so stay in the safe spot. That's everything to know. See you guys on the next video. Stay GigaChad. Spam noted.